Hey, hey y'all. I know I'm a bit up close. Sorry if I'm not making a lot of eye contact, but I've been meaning to remake my Pendulum video because my first one got deleted. So I'm gonna be moving y'all. Woo! My camera is a little bit on its own, so bear with me. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna point it where I want it. Okay. So what you want to do when you're working with a pendulum, okay. Now pendulums are easy to work with, okay. Now I'll make a more in-depth video because I need to get some more memory cards. What you want to do with the pendulum overall is you want to be you don't have to be too like, okay, this is a cool thing about pendulums. You don't have to be like doing things like you do with the Ouija boards or abusing it as you would per se. This one is more that you're dealing with a spirit straight on and you're not using it for personal gain or asking it questions you don't need to. Okay, so it's not that this is a bad way to do it. This is actually the safest way to do it aside from a Ouija board, because the Ouija boards, you have more ways to, you know, have attachments. This way you don't get attachments, so you don't have to worry about it. Okay, so what I do is when I do mine, and I know this is going to sound kind of silly, I do a yes and a no, a maybe and not advised. Now I know you're going to be like, well, maybe and not advised is the same thing. Well, no is a basic no. Not advised to me is like, hell no. Don't even think about it. That's like if my grandpa's coming through and he's talking to me, that's my way of knowing that if I'm not getting a vision from my grandpa, I'm not getting like, you know, him coming through strong. And if I want to know that I'm talking to my grandpa, this is a dead killer way that if I want to, you know, really speak to him and I know that he's here, this is how I know, like, if it's advice from him that I know I'm getting and he's being straightforward with me, he'd be like, okay, no, this is something like, no, 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 no. Because he would tell me it's very ill-advised. He wouldn't beat around the... Okay, so I have the yes, the no, and the maybe. Now what you do with the pendulum, you hold it in your hand, okay? So you charge it with your own energy. And when you're doing that, when you're charging it with your energy, see, mine is metal. You don't have to do it that way. I did it because, of course, the aesthetic. Mine has a pentagram, if I can get it to focus. Let me see if I can get it to focus better. See, mine has a pentagram. And I really like the pentagram. And it has the metal bottom. And it's very sturdy, and it is actually quite heavy. And that's the, as I was saying, it's very heavy and it's very sturdy, and that's the aesthetic I like. So what I do is I hold it in my hand and I charge it. And sometimes it can be very quick with your energy that you're charging it, because you're focusing your intent into your pendulum. So depending on what kind of answers you're wanting for the day, like, should I go ahead and apply to college, or is this a good move? You know, things that are important questions, things that are not like little silly questions like, oh, should I really date this guy? Should I put this love spell on this guy? These are not really important questions, guys. And I know this might sound very hurtful, but I'm not going to beat around the bush with you guys, and I'm not going to lightly sprinkle this kind of, you know, jokes around for y'all. I'm going to tell you straight up how it is. When you do these kind of things, you want very straightforward answers, and you want serious questions. And I know you guys might think that, yes, love is serious in all cases, but these things are more for like, love is altering, but most people that do that kind of thing are very people that they need more. Okay, people that need those kind of answers, they need to find more of a pathway and need to get some guidance. And some of them are quite young, and some of them are just in a very bad spot and they're hurting. So I'm not judging, and I'm not saying anything wrong, so don't take that. Okay, so mine's pretty warm. So what I do is you want to put it close, like to the paper where you're at or whatever you're using, and get it a little bit, and then say, you know, me, I say, spirits all around who are near, I call you here to help me, to guide me, to answer the questions. For those who I hold dear, please. For those who I hold dear and near, I call to you to help me answer the questions that I call you here now. And as I'm doing this, I wait, because sometimes when it starts spinning more fast, sometimes that means they're getting closer. And then when they're around, sometimes the question I'm thinking about, you don't have to say the question out loud if you want, but see, it's circling around a maybe already. And I was thinking about a question, believe it or not, and it's on a maybe. And that's ironic because, yeah. So I already got an answer to a question, and my pendulum's already going cold, so that means I already have one spirit come through and answer a question for me. And so it's very satisfying. So this is a quick, easy tip for pendulums, and to kind of guide you with them, because I told y'all, you know, and it doesn't have to be like this. You don't have to have a pendulum like this. You can use any sort of pendulum you guys like. I'm gonna show you all different things you can use. I know you're gonna laugh. I have mandala beads that I got. I've had these for a very long time. These are my favorite beads. My mom loves them. You can actually use these the same way. It doesn't always have to be a pendulum, guys. I have a jade choker that I've used as a pendulum. Everyone likes this piece. This is my vampire necklace that when I'm very, very, very in a mood, we'll say, I wear this beast out and I charge it with energy. This little blue gem here that people have seen me take pictures with, and the flash is off most of the time I take pictures with it. This bad boy, when I take pictures with it and I'm in a mood, this mojo glows. And this is when I'm charging it, and I'm feeding off people, and I'm storing energy in here. And if people want to know how to store energy, that's something I'm going to have to teach later in a more advanced class. But I use this as a pendulum, and this is when I'm using even my energy inside here to pull, you know, a stronger energy to me for some severe questions I have. So you can even use a necklace. You could put a necklace on your crystal if you have one. This is my chakra crystal. It is broke. So right here at the tip, it broke. But yeah, it's my chakra crystal. If y'all have any crystal that has a necklace to it, you can use a crystal point. Which crystal points, I mind you, are excellent pendulums, because crystals are excellent beacons because they draw energy very well, and they're excellent conduits to suck energy and clap it in. That's one. Another one, I have a mustard seed prayer beads. It's another good one. This one's a little bit more hard, but if I charge it really well with my energy, it can work really well. So anything that you can charge with your energy, that you can store energy in, that you can envision storing things in, you can do it. It's just up to you, up to your will, how strong your willpower is, and if you're up to the task. I mean, my best friend gave me that. You could put that on a necklace and do it. It doesn't always have to be a point. You could do it on something like that. That's a horoscope wheel. You could do it on something like that. Another thing my best friend gave me. You could do it on something like this. It's a dragon. I bought my husband. These are 2 keys, which I collect keys. Total witch. You can collect keys, and you can do it with keys. This is something that I bought off of a friend because she is not in a good place, and I save it because I'm very close to her son. So this is actually a bear claw with turquoise and red turquoise and a feather, and me being native, so I keep it in, of course, it stays in my gree bag. I got a million stones in here on top of with my herbs, so you can use that even as a pendulum, guys. I mean, it does not always have to be a point. A point is excellent, yes, but it doesn't. I mean, I have a Hannah. You can use a Hannah. I mean, there's a lot of people think because, and this is what I'm going to teach y'all in the group, and anybody that watches this page, all my YouTube videos or anything, you need to break away from the stigmatisms and the stereotypical and everything that they try to teach you and try to tell you, and break away from that, because all you're following is the typical things that they try to, oh shoot, label us with. My stones are falling. Well, they can make jokes about witches having stones. They're not joking. Candy. No, it's not really candy, it's stones, but I call them candy. My precious. Oh, my precious. Yes, I'm being weird. Anybody can make fun of me, I don't care. I really don't care. Yes, I'm strange and unusual, and I like it. Anyway, this is another piece you could use. I had this made at a witch's shop, which some of my stones fell off, and I still have them. This was a chakra necklace that was handmade. Like I said, I still have all the stones. And they actually, I helped handpick some of the stones that were raw, and they shined some of them up. That's another piece that you can use as, of course, a pendulum. Because anything that you can charge and has good sway, wonderful conduit. Not conduit, but pendulum. Conduit. I'm here thinking about things I shouldn't. Anyway, thinking about conduit is because if you use an Ouija board, and this is what a lot of people don't understand, is you can get an attachment. And a lot of witches tend to say, I've used them for years, and you know, I haven't had no adverse reaction, and you know, everything's all hunky-dory and everything's great and my life's wonderful and yada yada yada. Yeah, your life's great, but you're not paying attention to everyone else around you, the other witches around you, your family around you. You might not be paying for it, but other people around you will. It might not overtly affect you just yet, because it's taking you for a whirlwind. So it's gonna, it'll sit there and it's gonna give you a good run, you know, because you're blind to it. And don't get me wrong, I play in the dark. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I don't. I'm very fond of the dark. I like the dark, you know, because I am what I am. I balance. I'm not gonna tell you I don't, you know. Hi, Nikki, kitty cats. Let me straighten this up just a tad bit more so I can talk to y'all some more. I gotta tear that page out of my book. Laptop went dark. Not good. Yes, Nikki. You ain't a true witch until you have familiars. Yes, I'm talking to a familiar. Anyway, let me get my soda with my... Is it Jeffree Star approved straw? Yes, it's approved. Anyway, dealing with Ouija's, as I was saying, if you're not properly cleansing yourself, closing it, and protecting yourself, and a lot of witches are going to be like, well, I do this, I know what I'm doing, I'm seasoned, and it sounds like you're dousing yourself with salt and pepper, like Johnny Depp did. Seasoning, pepper. No, it's not like that. And it's easy when you're trying to make money, and in today's economy, being what we are, and seeing that spiritualism, and being a witch, and seeing how people want help from psychics and witches, and that, yeah, we can be using our gifts to make money. You get lost in the hype, you know. So a lot of people need to stop and think about that and not get lost in the hype, because you lose focus and you're not really paying attention to what you could possibly be risking, what you could be putting at stake. And it's not good. You know, is your family worth putting at risk? Is the people you're trying to help worth putting at risk? Me? Yeah. You know, I understand sometimes I put some dark spells out there. I understand the consequences. I try to keep my family far away, and I try to make sure I cleanse, and I pay it forward to the best of my ability. And if anything happens, I try to make sure it only hits me. I don't want it hitting my family. I don't want it hitting anyone I care about. I try to take the full blow, all me. And I do not want no one else absorbing it but me. So, as with Ouija's, you get attachments. And people are like, well, how can you do that? When you open it, you already get an attachment, because your body is already linked to the board. So it's kind of like you're kind of syncing your spirit to the board. So you're linked automatically. There's a link. And a lot of people don't understand that. And me being also native and understanding how spirits and souls and kind of like an essence of sorts work, you need to be careful of how you're playing, and just be leery of it, and think about it in the long run, and just be precautious, and just think about, you know, everyone it affects in the long run. And that's pretty much it. I hope y'all enjoy the video and subscribe, and I will be making plenty more videos, and I really hope y'all enjoy this one. Blessed be, and y'all always try your best to pay it forward and just treat yourself right and treat others right, because every day is a blessing and you never know that you have tomorrow, because tomorrow is not a given. Tomorrow is not promised. So y'all have a good one and take it easy. Blessed be y'all.